Hi pension subscribers and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today we're going to be diving into a question we get a lot from our clients. What is a good CETV? Okay, so let's unpack this to try to understand what is a good CETV, what is a bad CETV, and what you need to know. Okay, so first of all, CETV stands for Cash Equivalent Transfer Value, which if you've been doing any research at all on your final salary scheme, you will understand this is the amount, the lump sum that your scheme is offering to pay you in return for not paying you an annual pension from your normal retirement age of typically 65 with inside your scheme. Why someone would take a CETV as opposed to keeping their annual pension is something that we've covered off in a lot of other videos, the advantages and disadvantages of completing a transfer. Today, I'm just going to be focusing on what is a good CETV. Okay, so this really comes down to your individual situation. Now, 5 years ago, when we were looking at CETVs, it was really based a lot upon the multiple of the CETV. We used to also refer to this as the critical yield when doing the calculation. So this would be what performance would you need to have from your new pension scheme in order to match what you would have had from normal retirement age inside your final salary scheme. However, over the course of the years when writing the final salary reports, the FCA has asked us to not overly focus just on the critical yield. So the critical yield analysis will still form part of your final salary pension report through Cameron James. However, it is not the only factor which needs to be considered when ascertaining whether or not a CETV is good for you and whether you should transfer. Now, if you'd like to book in to talk about your CETV with myself in detail, you can go to the description section below. You can click on the calendar link, go through the diary, find a time and day it suits you. You'll then receive an automatic due diligence email from ourselves and you'll be booked into the calendar automatically. If you'd like to have a slightly more informal conversation, you can click the WhatsApp button, you can have a chat with me there, or you can simply just email me directly, which is dominic.murray@cjfinance.co.uk. Okay, so on to CETVs again. So really for clients, it doesn't just come down to the multiple of the CETV. It would be dependent upon your own individual situation. So for example, if someone comes to me with a CET multiple times 40, they may say, Dominic, I have a fantastic multiple. I'm being promised £10,000 per annum at retirement, whatever it is, and I'm being offered £400,000 as a CETV value. Yes, this is a pretty good CETV. It's not the best CETV I've ever seen, but it's certainly above average. That alone does not qualify you to say you should complete a final salary pension transfer. There's so many other factors which will come into this. When are you planning to retirement? What are your plans for retirement? What other capital do you have to support you during retirement? What is your risk profile? What beneficiaries do you have who you're responsible to financially, spouse, children, etc. These are just some of the matters which are potentially more important than the actual multiple of your CETV. So it is easy for me to say what a bad CETV might be though. If you're getting a multiple which is very, very low, or maybe around times 18, times 90, times 20, that is a very low multiple and potentially what you could refer to as a bad CETV. However, again, this would not necessarily stop someone from doing a pension transfer. If a client came to me with a £500,000 CETV, which was a times 20 multiple, which is very, very low, I'd say it's below the average, but they had very strong other assets, they had strong educational background, and they wanted to invest their money inside a SIPP to have more freedom. They had a history of doing financial planning and choosing more than just default funds inside their DC schemes. We may be able to complete a pension transfer for them, and we may still advise that it's suitable despite the fact that the multiple level is very low, because for this specific client, it might still be suitable for a transfer. Now take that same CETV, low multiple, times 20, with a client who has limited other assets for retirement, doesn't really have a fixed plan. They kind of say maybe they want to do this, maybe they want to do that. What PTS's pension transfer specialists want to see is that the client has a well thought out plan, and that if there were to be a dip in the market, say a correction by up to 20%, as we saw with the pandemic, as we saw with the financial crisis in 2008, will this client's retirement be substantially affected by that crash in the market? What is their capacity for loss? Do they have other assets that they can lean on? If the answers to these questions are no, and it's a low multiple for the CETV, then the outcome is almost certainly going to be not to transfer unless the client has some specific conditions such as ill health or serious ill health. Serious ill health, no matter what the multiple is, if someone's going to pass away or die within a period of 12 months, it's nearly always suitable for them to complete a pension transfer. Guys, I hope this has been useful for you. Please do like, share and comment on the channel to let us know that we're providing high quality content. We're currently on a journey to 1,000 subscribers and we hope you can help us to get there. Any comments you have as well about CETVs, ones you received, is it good, is it bad? I'm happy to give you a free review of your CETV. And as always, book yourself in for a free consultation to discuss your situation in more detail with myself or one of our senior financial advisors. I look forward to speaking with you on the next video and take care.